Hey, Mary here, and it is day 20 of our healing pause. And my friend here and I are going to help you today learn how to pause and to connect with your helpful self. And we're going to go through the kids can pause practice. And whether you're a kid or the kid in you, this is for kids ages 4 to 104, okay? And I know a lot of adults who love the kids practice because how many times do we go into those emotions and hurt feelings and stubbornness, but also our funness and our playfulness. And so that's what the Kids Can Pause is all about. And you can download the Kids Can Pause practice card and our Kids Can Pause and parents too, and it's for teachers also, on our website, the pauseforyourhelpfulself.org. And that's written up here on the post, pauseforyourhelpfulself.org, and you can get all this for free. So let's inhale, exhale, again, inhale, exhale, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. He's doing a good job. I'm glad I've got my assistant today. Thank you. Okay, so here's the deal. Maybe you've got something going on, having a hard time in school, hard time with a teacher. Maybe you don't understand what's going on. Maybe you're getting bullied. Maybe you are the bully. Maybe you feel like you have to kind of beat other people up and that's the only way you know how to handle things. But it's upsetting and you really don't like doing that, but you just don't know what else to do. Maybe siblings, brothers, sisters that you're kind of getting upset with one another and not being able to share toys and just not getting along. And maybe there's an art class in school and you'd like to be more creative, like the girl next to you who's building all kinds of things and drawing out of the lines and and you just don't feel you have that within you to be creative, to think out of the box, to color out of the lines, but you do, and it is your helpful self. So our pause practice today is going to help you connect with your helpful self. And there's here's something that I really think will help you get to know who is this helpful self anyway that we're talking about. Who is this helpful self? I bet he already knows, this guy. He's looking pretty safe, wise, and helpful. And that is your helpful self. So it asks in here, how do I know I am listening to my helpful self? Your helpful self is safe, wise, and strong. Your helpful self is with you all day long. Your helpful self is the love to whom you belong. Your helpful self is super duper loving and kind. Your helpful self is your light to shine upon us all. Is that cool or what? That you are a light to shine upon us all. You know how when you walk into a dark room and you need to turn on the light so that you can see better and feel better and do the things you need to do better because now the light is shining? Well, that's who you are. That's who this helpful self is that is already living inside of you. That helpful self is like a lamp. It is a light unto the world. And you are too. But sometimes we just don't know, well, how do I turn that light on? Or how does that work? So let's go through the pause practice. I don't have my little bell with me here right now. I don't know what happened to it. There are 4 steps to the Kids Can Pause practice. And here we go. Ready? So just if you might be wiggling around, and that's okay. You can be sitting, you could be lying on the floor, you could be standing, you could be playing, and you could still listen and connect to your helpful self. So kids can pause. Your helpful self is the love and wisdom in you that helps you and others. Ready? We're going to have 4 steps. 4 steps. First step, pause. Choosing to let your mind be calm. You can say to yourself, I am willing to be calm. So I pause for as long as I need. Step 2, step back. I choose to slow down and breathe. And say to yourself, I am willing to get out of my own way. I am willing to get out of my own way. So I can get help with listening and learning new things. Or when I am feeling stuck, anxious, or upset, I can step back and my helpful self will step in and help me. So you can step back, just kind of get out of the way, and then your helpful self will step in and say, I'm here to help you. May I help you, please? Step 3, step aside. This is taking a big step aside. Big step. How big of a step aside? How far can you step to the side? I choose to pause. Be still and listen to my helpful self. And say to yourself, I am willing to let my helpful self help me. How still can you be? Breathe. That you could be even more still with your feet flat on the floor. And just taking a deep breath. Real still. So your helpful self wants to show you thoughts, feelings, words, and actions that are helpful. So you can ask your helpful self right now, just think about something that's bothering you, something on your mind, a feeling you don't like, or a person you don't like. It could be anything at all. Maybe you're tired. You got something to think about? Got something you want your helpful self to help you with? Okay. Ask your helpful self, what is safe, kind, and truly helpful now? So, whatever's on your mind, a person, a place, something at school, something at home. Just ask your helpful self, what is safe, kind, and truly helpful now? And now pause and listen. This is listening. Listening inside. Listening on the inside. And your helpful self is going to point you in a helpful direction. Whatever's going on, your helpful self is this love inside of you. And because it loves you, it's going to show you what you can do, what you can say. That's helpful and will help you feel more calm. Does that make sense? Okay, step 4, here we go. You've come a long way. Let your helpful self guide. Choose to follow your helpful self to be safe and wise. Do you want to be safe and wise? Your helpful self can help you with that. I am willing to get to know my helpful self so I can help myself and others. My helpful self encourages me and is my true friend. So you know how a true friend is someone who's safe to be with. You feel better around that person. You feel comfortable. And they are kind, and they are loving, and they are helpful. You always have that friend inside of you, and that's your helpful self. And your helpful self is a true friend because it's never going to one day say, I don't like you. You can't play with me. Your helpful self is never going to do that. It's always going to say, oh, you're so wonderful. I love you. And don't you look beautiful today? And oh, wow, you're really good at that. So artistic, so creative. And it's real. Your helpful self never lies. It never fakes. Your helpful self is real. It's your real true friend. And here's the deal. When you pause for your helpful self, the choice is always yours. I'm not going to make him pause for his helpful self. And he's not going to fling his hair at me and make me pause for my helpful self. No. The choice is ours. The choice is ours to pause for your helpful self. So I hope this helped you today, and that you go to pauseforyourhelpfulself.org, your parents, your teachers, and get our free materials. All right. Playing, so much fun.